Welcome back to the Pesky Report, everybody. It's episode 518, and my phone, it just went off. That was absolutely wild. Fantastic way to start off a show. I was going to have us actually start off with a moment of silence as we pay respects to Roman Anthony and losing him for the remainder of the regular season, most likely. But my phone decided that it's opening night of the NFL season. We're going to start with a moment of loudness. Doink, it's been forever since we've been on the show. Glad to have you on. Glad to have both of us on the show at the same time. Bummed that we don't have Kevin or Bailey joining us today, but excited to be here nonetheless. How are you feeling? And I apologize in advance that we're pulling us both away from watching some Thursday night football.
Oh, don't apologize for me missing that. I'm missing the US Open, which is a bigger sacrifice, but it's okay.
Fair.
I'm good. I am about as good as you can be when Roman Anthony's broken, I guess.
That's fair.
It's like there's so much to be so stoked about. It's like they literally have like a 98% chance to make the playoffs. And you're just like,
actually, I wonder if the odds have actually dropped since he's been ruled out for the rest of the year. Let's see.
Question.
I'll look that up. It's just brutal. So, like, obviously, everyone tuning into this is probably aware Roman Anthony's been ruled out.
97.2.
All right, so we lost the percentage. All right, that's fine. But like, the crazy thing to me is that the Rangers are so low when they're not even that far out of the wild card race.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know. I think I don't know. I think like their schedule might be hard. I remember looking at the strength of schedule thing a while ago and noticing that their schedule is really hard, but also their division is just like, I don't know. They're only 1.5 games out. Like, if the Mariners fall out, that's totally not impossible. I feel like their pitching has been kind of imploding, which is not what that team can afford to have implode. So,
no, I mean, they've been so consistent all year, but at the same time, I'm even thinking like they're a game and a half behind the Mariners. We're a couple games up on, the Mariners ourselves, but
6 games up on them.
We're 6 games up on the Mariners?
On the Rangers.
Oh, on the Rangers, yeah. But like, you could see a situation where like we play the Yankees next weekend, we sweep the Yankees, like the Rangers have 3 good games right there. They're like almost back in a playoff spot, just from that happening. And that's obviously a long shot, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, it's just interesting to see the way everything's shaking out. I'm very excited that we're playing games that matter here in September. I will say that. And it's crazy that like last year, well, think about this actually. The last couple years, and this is how spoiled we are this year. Last couple years, we've had someone got hurt around this time, and they were out the rest of the year, and they were like our star, like young player. In 2023, it was Jarren Duran, and he hurt himself climbing
on the wall.
Stupid wall at Yankee Stadium. And then it was Casas that same year, later in that month, and like it was freaking old man Justin Turner trying to drag us to the playoffs on his back. No, he wasn't on the team. And
he did have one of those late season. Well, he was just, God bless him.
Yeah, he was something else. But that was so we had like those injuries. That was Casas and Duran, and then last year wasn't it like Willier Abreu that was ruled out for the last portion of the year, ended the season on the
Willier's
IL.
like always good for an August injury. I feel like if it's
Yeah.
happened, to it happens, and I feel like he's always due for it. But also, I feel like he's the type of guy that does kind of weirdly benefit from it, just like having a little downtime before. I mean, not we don't really know what he looks like in a playoff run, but I can
True.
imagine getting some time off his feet because he's still able to swing and stuff. He's like
Mm-hmm.
he shouldn't be losing his timing at all, which is great.
Yeah, he's been
I
swinging in the
hope,
traject machine and stuff like that, which is good.
yeah, hope he's ready.
I
Miss
I
him
would love to
dearly.
see him back as a DH, honestly. Like they have an extra roster spot at this point. Like as soon as he's able to just run the bases, like
Mm-hmm.
let's throw him back out there.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like, to your point, like the Red Sox, I feel like are content with not winning the division. They just know that's not happening at this point, and I think they're content with making it in. And like you said, we're 5.5 games up on the next closest team. I don't see them trying to risk pushing Billiard to reactivate, knowing that as long as he's ready by the playoffs, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Um, now let's do a. I guess it's probably too early to do this, but if you had to pick your starting lineup for Game 1 of the AL Wildcard Series, like assuming we get in, right? Um, what would you have your layout being? And this is under the assumption Roman Anthony is not able to be activated. Who would you lay out on the field?
Yeah, I mean it's basically like that A lineup that's been there all season, but with you would I gotta put Jarren Duran in the leadoff spot, like starting now, and like he needs to return to being a leadoff hitter because like you need to have someone there the rest of the year. So that's like my leading into the playoffs is like you have to get Jarren Duran back in the leadoff spot now, and then everything else is like
Mm-hmm.
everyone else back at their natural positions. Sadon in center.
Trevor Story, number 3 in the
Fucking
lineup.
yep, just like the A lineup. Just I'm more worried about how you're gonna replace. I mean, you can't replace Roman Anthony's production, but you need to replace his utility in the lineup, and you're not gonna do that by putting fucking Nate Eaton at leadoff like every 3 days.
No, and I don't dislike Nate Eaton.
And I don't dislike Nate Eaton, but that is a 7 hitter.
Yeah.
Like
He's a really good 9 hitter.
Well, say I like Sadon in the 9. If I could have it my way, Sadon would never leave the 9 hole.
Okay. You don't like the savage 9-hole hitter Connor Wong? That's
No.
where he's been camping out lately.
I unfortunately would rather have him go like bat 8th.
The best part of Connor Wong batting in the 9-hole was that it meant Roman Anthony was up next. That was the best part about it. So now that that's not the case, I don't feel any confidence that having Connor Wong and then Nate Eaton or Connor Wong to Jarren Duran, that doesn't really give me a ton of confidence either, to be honest with you. But catcher, are you starting Narvaez at this point still? Sticking with the Narv?
Oh, definitely. Always riding with Narvi. I mean, he's, his hit tool has seriously fallen off a little bit. I would love to like get him off his feet a little bit more down the stretch, like especially once they clinch. It's like start Connor Wong every day.
Has Narvaez hit 10 home runs yet? He has, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Because I was just thinking.
Oh yeah.
That, yeah, he's got like 12 homers, right? Yeah, 12. So we were, the ongoing bit that we had going for several years, right? That you had going, the podcast, I should say, where can the Red Sox catchers combine for at least 10 home runs? And last year they did that for the first time in a couple of seasons. This year they did it again. The combination of Connor Wong, Carlos Narvaez, and Ali Sanchez have done it. They have hit a total of 12 home runs together.
Wow, we couldn't have done it without you, Ali Sanchez.
Yes, pay some respect to his name. Honestly, this is no disrespect. I legitimately forget that he's on the team until they like mention his name.
It's
That he's
so
like
funny
coming.
that he's like with the
Yeah,
team.
it's kind of like I feel like he's like that like Make-A-Wish guy where like you're just like along with the team and they like throw you out there for a play or two, but you're not actually on the team. And
Yeah,
I don't know. It's weird. I just forget he's there. I don't know why he's on the team either, or why we paid money to require him. I hope we didn't pay a lot of money.
probably not. It's just like it's kind of funny. Like I guess he like if you're not like hurting for that roster spot, then like you're not. He'll probably
Yeah.
I could imagine if like everyone comes back from injury, he'll have to be gone at one of those points. But it's just like, why not? I guess. Like, God forbid something happens. But
There's another fight going on in the game.
what the hell's
Love it.
going on?
Yeah, this is a lot of tensions
And
here.
more
This
is there
is only week one.
more spitting?
Unclear
There
if
you
there's
go.
more spitting or not.
Crazy.
Yeah, absolutely wild. Speaking of tensions flying, Rafael Devers decided to show some real emotion against Kyle
Some
Freeland.
fire.
Yeah, he showed some fire, some feist. I guess Kyle Freeland did not like Devers admiring his home runs, which he does. Most of his home runs he admires for a few seconds. And he told him to just run the bases, and Devers took objection to that, and promptly started a bench clearing brawl. I believe it was Willie Adames came out of nowhere and
Yeah,
just
he
started
was going crazy.
throwing right hooks. Crazy video. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. But made me laugh. I was like, why couldn't we have gotten this last year when the whole Cal Quantrill thing happened?
I
Like,
know,
where was
right?
the passion? Where was the fire?
Well, they did try to fight him, but just like in the bowels of uh they were in cores? Where were they?
They were in
Was that
course,
also?
yeah.
Yeah. So maybe it
Yeah, they
just
were
like
in
makes me
course.
yeah, it just makes everyone go
Jaron
crazy.
Duran gets his buddies together. They grab their
And
tiki torches and they
Tim and
say,
like
we're going to
I give
storm.
it's like Tim and Trevor definitely like storming the Capitol.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They said, we got some leftover supplies from a previous incident. They they go down the tunnels. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. And to think the Red Sox did not get, or the Netflix crew did not get that on camera. Unfortunate. Would have made for really good TV. I kind of
Yeah, it was
wish.
like the 1 week they like went home.
Yeah,
Like
they filmed the All-Star game and then didn't go to the games immediately following the All-Star break, which was like Dodger Stadium and like, you
and this
know,
insane fight in Colorado.
yeah, and like
Oh,
Cora gets
crazy.
extended while you're there, and like,
Oh yeah. That was also a red
um,
shirt.
Kenley didn't go because he can't breathe in Colorado. Um, like just so many things that like would have been interesting. The other thing and I know we keep like randomly bringing up the Netflix documentary at like occasional episodes, but I just was thinking about the fact like what I wish they had incorporated more cell phone video into it, like
Mm,
from the player's perspective. Like
maybe they just like
maybe,
don't have any. Or like they just didn't or yeah, I guess they like didn't want to like tell them to like vlog. But
yeah,
I guess you could have. Some guys probably would have.
I feel like you could have been like, hey, we'll pay you money if you record this, capture some extra footage. Um, But that was like the one thing I felt like was missing that maybe like could have made it feel even more exclusive than just like the office style cameras just hiding
Mm.
around the clubhouse, like how do we get the players in on this and they can film on the plane rides, right? Where we don't get any cameras or the bus rides or something like that. And not that there's any bus rides, I don't think, but
You
who
never know.
knows?
You never know.
All right. Um So we Roman Anthony, they're saying 4 to 6 weeks. Um, Potentially could be back for the playoffs. Now, if you're activating someone from the injured list, do they like? Is there a playoff injured list? Like, could they activate him like after a game has like the games have already started? Do
I
you know?
don't
Like,
you cannot add people to your playoff roster.
right.
I think
But
unless someone like you can't stash they would if they were expecting him to come back during the ALCS, he would have to be on the ALCS roster.
yeah. So if he's not ready by game 1, but they're like he might be ready in like 2 or 3 days, it'd be kind of crazy to like take up a
Yeah,
spot on the
they'll put him on
roster.
their roster.
Yeah, they have to.
And it's just like I don't know. It sucks so much. Like but it sucks just like for him mostly because it's this wasn't like a yes, the AL is wide open, but that's also why I'm
Mhm.
like if Roman Anthony if you're in the ALCS already and Roman Anthony is coming back, you're like winning the World Series probably. Because
True.
that means you're like playing really good baseball without Roman Anthony. And
The vibes would be incredible.
that's an insane situation to be in. And it's like not unlikely, like at all. Like I think everyone can see a path to the ALCS. It's like an annoying one because like I still refuse to believe that the Blue Jays are going to be good in the playoffs, but like if they are,
No.
that's very annoying. Like I
Mhm.
refuse to believe it, but I don't
I
know.
don't know that
I'm
there's
just like I
been
have no choice but to like huff mad copium about this cuz like what do you do when Roman Anthony just like hurts his side because he swung too hard? Like
you know,
I can't there's like no one for me to be mad at. I can't be mad at someone else for hurting him. I can't like
nope.
I'm just like all right, well, he's going to probably have to learn like that's good. He'll learn some like better mechanics maybe that will help that not happen in the future.
Well, hopefully it just doesn't take away from his performance at all either.
No.
So,
He's
they're
so
teaching these
young.
guys
Like
to swing hard and
he's got all the good muscles and he's so young. Like that's why
yeah, he
I'm also
does.
like I'm always going to take the shorter like the under on whatever the line is. Like if we're putting the line at 3.5 or 5.5 weeks or whatever, 5 weeks,
Mhm.
I'll take the under just because he's 21 years old and
Yeah.
his body is
Good point.
going to respond to treatment better. That's
Right.
just like
Yeah.
I'm not even good at science and I know that that's science. So,
I can get behind that. And like you said, the seeding of like where you go doesn't really matter. So it's not like you're like losing him as long as he's back for the playoffs. Like it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Um, they've survived with games where he strikes out 4 times. So like
yeah.
it's like the Philadelphia series. Like granted, we lost that series, so maybe not the best example, but he struck out like 8 out of 9 at bats or something like
Yeah.
that. So it
Yeah, I
happens. I remember
mean,
someone texted me after that series and they were like, "Oh, Roman Anthony washed, huh? Or this guy's
you're
this
like,
guy
yeah, for
kind of
sure.
not that great." I'm like, not sure we watched the same guy or not.
It's okay. They'll all learn. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I don't know. I'm just so like whatever at this point. I'm like I'm over it. I was really sad about it. I just really hope. I mean, that the third game, I don't know if we want to talk game by game, but like the third
Sure.
game they all played just like they were really sad. And I really hope that they can all just like shake that off on a plane and like get serious. Again, they still do have to win these games in front of them. So I think
I just
the boys will be
to your
fired
point
up.
about them feeling sad though, That's the exact same vibe that I got from the game after Bregman was hurt. I almost felt like it was deja vu,
Yeah.
because that game where Bregman left, they won that game, and then
Yeah.
and I was thinking, oh great, like the vibes are high, we can win without Bregman, like it's fine. And then the very next
They got
day,
killed the next day, right?
they got crushed. Yeah, the vibes were atrocious, and I was like watching this game
Yeah.
yesterday, and I just knew as soon as I hadn't even turned the game on yet, and it was Bernardino already getting pulled for Jordan Hicks, and I don't even have the game
Mm.
on yet. I'm like,
Yeah, that was
well,
tough.
I already know how they're going to play in this game. Like, awful. And then, okay, we can talk about this while we're on this subject. The Kyle Harrison situation, how weird was that?
Oh, him just,
They
like, not starting
Well, yeah, him getting, like, called up, but then
and then
his medicals
uncalled.
didn't look good, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Actually, we're
What?
sending you back." So, like, Tommy Castle had the report that he was packing his bags and that he was going to be called up. The news circulated for a while, and it had been, he had skipped his start before that a couple of days earlier. So the thought was that he would be making a start in the Cleveland series, and the Red Sox needed to give Peyton Tolley an extra day of rest to start him on regular 5 days rest. So it all lined up and made sense. And then they hadn't announced a starter for the game yet. And everyone's like, all right, it's going to be Harrison, probably makes sense. And then he's on his way to Boston. Okay, it's definitely going to be Harrison. And then Cora comes out and it's like, Bernardino's opening the game. And everyone knows that Harrison is like already on his way because it was the day before that Harrison went up. Everyone's like, okay, that's a little weird. Bernardino to Harrison, that's two lefties in a row, but maybe. Like, okay, I guess I can see the vision. A little weird, but
If
like,
you squint,
okay.
yeah.
And then they're like, oh, and Dustin May is going to be available out of the bullpen during this game. And I'm like, wait, what? They're not starting Dustin May, but he's available out of the bullpen, and then he's going back into the starting rotation. And then they're like, nah, Kyle Harrison's actually not starting. It's going to be Jordan Hicks that we see first. Like, just crazy turn of
It was
events there.
extremely silly. It was, like, so, so silly. Just I don't know what happened on I mean, yeah, I don't know why, like, the it was not communicated that Kyle Harris, like, I guess he's not on the injured list, so they didn't think he was injured, but, like, the
Yeah.
dude's hurt. Like, how is this, like, how is that? I was just confused at those wires being able to be crossed like that.
Right.
But whatever, see you
So,
when you're healthy, I guess.
this is all
If
Cooper
ever.
Griswold's fault,
Oh,
honestly. Like, if Cooper was healthy, he would have made that start. And
yeah.
we would have won that game because he would have gone 6 shutty with like 2 hits and 2 strikeouts. Like, you just know this is what he does. Um, yeah, his injury could not have come at a worse time. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean, a lot of the, like, depth injuries, just, Cutter, I think, is such a monumentally larger loss for this team than I think a lot of people keep in the front of their minds.
Hmm.
That dude would just throw whenever you asked him to for as long as you asked him to, and, like, that's valuable.
Cutter, um, just think about the rotation that we envisioned at the beginning of this year, like
Yeah.
between
He was my
frickin'
4 or whatever.
like you literally like Cutter, Hauk. I mean, at least the
Yeah.
other guys have been good, but like you could not have expected Tolley to be able to be making his debut this year, which I love. Haven't got a chance to talk about that since his debut, but like
Mm-mm.
he looked awesome. Can't wait to see him tomorrow night. Um, in all of his mustached glory.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait.
He just got one of the best
He's
fastballs in the
so,
league.
so fun to watch. It's, like, it's ridiculous how fun he is to watch.
Yeah.
I'm so
He's
excited.
he's just like a freaking kid, and he plays the game that way intentionally. Like he like the quotes that came out after the game. With I didn't realize the situation with his mother passing away
Yeah.
and some of the
Very
quotes
classy
that she had
move.
given to him.
Classy move of the Red Sox to like reserve a seat for her and leave flowers on it. That
Mhm.
stuff goes such a long way with your players. Like
It does.
classy. Very classy.
Yeah, that was awesome. And like he made a quote to Alex Spear after the game, and I was confused by the quote at first and I didn't realize the context of it, but he had said like, "Oh, there was like a bunch of 4-year-olds out in the crowd, and I was able to, unapologetically show my emotions on the mound." And so there was something to do with that. He was not apologizing
Yeah.
for his emotional side and made a reference to there being a bunch of 4-year-olds at the game. And I was like thinking in my head, like, okay, I've been thinking about this quote for a while now, and I still don't really know what this means. Like I've been trying to contemplate this. Like out of context is absolutely like a crazy quote. But then I found out that his mother had told him like one of her like famous sayings to him was like, play the game like you're 4 years old, because that's like the type of joy you should have. And so I was like, okay, now I
That's
get it.
cute.
Now I get the 4-year-old reference, which is cool.
Very sweet. Love him.
We'll see. I think he matches up against Zach Gallen. No, Eduardo Rodriguez tomorrow. So that'll be fun. Little E-Rod action.
That's
Talk about
hilarious.
two guys two guys who are passionate on the mound, right?
Oh man. I've like it sucks that Roman isn't playing in this series. That would be kind of fun to like potentially see like his comp pick source. Like if
Mm.
if he hit a home run off of him, that would have been fun. Oh well.
You know,
Well,
you know
he's
what
got
else
like
kind of
5 more
stinks?
years on that contract, so it'll probably happen.
The Diamondbacks are in some deep doo
Crazy.
doo over there.
They're in some shit for sure.
Yeah, yeah, that is not. They're going to be paying a lot of money. I mean, they got. Well, no, they traded Jordan Montgomery. I kind of forgot that that happened.
They traded like
Um,
everybody and they're still in some shit. It's
yeah.
crazy.
Shout out Chris Murphy for. Oh, we didn't even talk about this. Jordan Hicks. We don't have to watch him pitch this series. Incredible news.
And maybe for the rest of the
Um,
year.
this is hopefully.
I'm glad. I'm
Uh,
big ups to just like cutting bait on that. It was like it was getting it officially reached untenable. I think last night was really like the tipping point, and it was good. They cut bait as soon as it became like overwhelmingly obvious that it was not going to progress.
I mean, I feel like it's been overwhelmingly obvious for quite some time,
It
but I
has, but also
digress.
like it has, but I understand like the some of the stuff that Cora has said, like the way he has said it has been a little overconfident, but like the dude still throws 100 and like you're gonna give those guys like Caleb Ward, that's why he gets so much like those guys just like get more run because you're like we could maybe make you throw this as a strike. Like maybe. And they want to try to get
True.
them to do that. And then I think like after the injury, it's like, all right, we're assessing everything. And it's like, we can't have someone like that on the roster.
No.
So excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
they
Same thing with
replaced him
Walker
with
Bueller.
Walker Bueller. Like that was another one. We actually that happened since the last time we record. No, wait, wasn't the last time? Oh, it was the last time we
I haven't
recorded
been on
because
since Walker Bueller
well,
was.
so what happened was the news broke that Tolley was getting called up, but we didn't know who the move was going to be yet. So then
Right.
the Walker Bueller news came out after I recorded last, but the um before the series had started. Interestingly enough, I had on that show we talked about that, and everyone was saying, "Oh, it's probably going to be Bernardino who's going to be pushed down, or it's going to be Weissert." And then I said, it's crazy. You look at the bullpen, you look at these numbers. There's only one person whose numbers just stand out here. He doesn't belong, and it's Walker Buehler. His numbers were just so bad. And the other one was Jordan Hicks. And again, that another situation where it's like he doesn't really fit either. But what do you do with him? And like Buehler at the time had the worst ERA in the American League. He's not qualified because he missed 2 starts or something like that. But yeah, he literally had the worst ERA in the American League for starting pitchers out of the qualified starting pitchers. So if that's the case, I don't blame them at all for getting rid of him, and it just made a lot of sense. Kudos to him for finding another team willing to take him on in the Philadelphia Phillies, and hopefully we face them in the World Series and they bring him in to pitch against us because that would be fun.
Dave.
Who did they call up? So they called up Chris Murphy now to replace
yeah.
Jordan Hicks on the roster. So we will
Chris
take
Murphy.
that. Shout out Chris Murphy, man.
Shout out Chris Murphy. Woke King.
The lefty senator is what they call him. I think that's what some people call him, at least. Actually, I'm pretty sure that the Chris Murphy, the politician, is a Democrat, so you could very easily call him a lefty
from Massachusetts as well.
I thought it was Connecticut.
Oh well, yeah, New England.
Yeah, he's a New England.
Massachusetts, whatever, New England. Sure.
He's a
Connecticut.
I guess you could say they're both lefty specialists. What can you say?
There you go.
All right, so
yeah, Connecticut.
I only remember because the guy he was running up against in the election this past offseason, his name was Matthew Corey, and I thought that was very funny.
Oh, well,
yeah.
L.
Yeah, I lost that one. I conceded that race to Chris Murphy. All right, so we won 2 out of 3 games. Crochet got his absolute tail handed to him in the game that Romant got hurt. I was feeling pretty good about everything prior to that, and
it was crazy. Just like everything just hit. Like Romant got injured, and that happened immediately after.
yeah, I think Crochet might have been stressing out a little bit too much about that, but no, he was just absolutely cooked. Everything was right down the middle. He gave up home runs to Austin Hedges. Someone
2, right?
else. No, he gave
Didn't he hit 2
what was
home
it, 2
runs?
to Hedges?
Someone
hit 2 home runs. No,
I
it was
think
was it Rocio that hit 2 home runs?
I like try on purpose. I also did. I try on purpose to like not like the Guardians are so like that's not the lineup of hitters that you should be giving up that many home runs to. I'm not learning their names. Sorry.
No, they don't. They don't deserve their names to be.
I'm not remembering if I've already spent too much brain power on Austin Hedges for like this lifetime. No more.
And then David Fry comes back and he's batting like 100 coming into this, and he's freaking launching balls. And then Big Christmas, he's coming in and he's batting 100 as well, and he's just taking us like to the pound house. Oh man. Yeah, Roche. So home runs, Big Christmas, Hedges, Rocio, Fry. Okay, so nobody had 2 home runs off of him in that game. Either way. Bunch of guys.
That's good, I guess. Whatever. Too many guys.
Too many guys.
I don't know.
What are you feeling, you guys?
I'm not sure if that was like because he was pitching on 1 day less of rest than he's used to. I'm
Mhm.
willing to almost blame it entirely on that and also say that that should absolutely not be happening. And if anything, he should be pitching on like 6 days rest if we can do that. Like, I would rather just
Well,
like at this point in the season have a bullpen game every 6 days so that like we can just rest this whole rotation a little bit. That would be lovely.
well, we finally have a true bulk guy coming back with Chris Murphy. So if they give Kelly a few days to not pitch, because they could just act like he's not there, and that'd be perfectly fine. Which shout out to Zack Kelly for actually looking decent in that bulk role. Like that
Yeah.
was not bad at all. He
Was
looked way
it
better than
because
Dustin May.
yeah, was it because it was like the most garbage time ever? Who knows? But
If it is, then I will keep him on the team because we have struggled to find someone who can just
because
pitch
it's better than
decently in
Jordan Hicks
garbage
can
time.
do. Yeah, it is better than
Yes.
Jordan Hicks will make it a close game. So
I pretty much can guarantee you that he would not force Aroldis Chapman to come into a game that we are winning by 6 runs. Like, I at least feel confident in that. Maybe too confident, but I would feel pretty good about that.
yeah,
He also follows the Pesky Report on Instagram. So shout out to Zack Kelly, man. He's a real one.
what a guy.
Yeah. If you haven't taken a chance to follow us on Instagram yet, definitely do so. Hunter and I are working together. He posts all of the clips of minor league highlights and does a lot of research, posting them on Twitter. And I'm working to put them back onto the Pesky Report account on Instagram so that we can get some traction there. And a lot of the players have been um, accepting the collaborations of the posts and reposting our reels of their highlights, which is cool. Like if you look through our followers, over half of them are minor league players in our organization, which is sweet. And now apparently a major league player. Shout out Zack Kelly. And Liam Carroll, the manager of Salem, is just like our biggest fan. He like literally will go through and like every story that we post. And so that's like very funny. And like when his guys are posted, he'll like reshare the highlights.
That's awesome.
Um, and then like randomly Manny Ramirez's wife like responded to one of
Oh
our
yeah,
Instagram stories.
she's like on Instagram. I've seen like lots of
Yeah.
screenshots recently of everyone like chatting her up, which is fun.
Yeah. Very cool. She's got like just watching minor league baseball highlights and responding. Like it's hilarious.
That rocks.
Very cool. Anyways, that's our little plug right there. Give us a follow if you haven't yet at the Pesky Report. And we'd love to share some highlights and stuff on there. You never know what you might see.
Yeah. The Red Sox won game
Um,
1 and game 2. We only talked about game 2,
yeah,
but
that's
game
true.
1
We're
was
going backwards.
just well, that, game 1 was another sick Bayo start, and then like the
Yep.
offense did their thing. It was great. That was just like stock standard, feel good Red Sox win with like a Narvi bomb. It was great.
Yeah, like Bayo wasn't
That was
amazing
like
in
the
that game.
vibe. Oh, yeah. Wasn't amazing, but like he's doing the bend don't break, which is just
Right.
so amazing.
That was the game with the Trevor Story home run that like bounced off the pesky pole
Yes.
in the glove of the fielder.
Gone in 0 out
And
of 30 parks.
literally so funny. So funny. It was the shortest home run hit this year that was actually not inside the park home run.
Yeah.
So we've got that. And in fact, in the StatCast era, it's the third shortest home run. There were two that were like a foot and 2 foot shorter than that as
At
well.
Fenway?
I don't know. No, just in the majors in general.
Oh. Trying to
One of
think
them, I
where
think, was at
where
Fenway.
one of them would have I would think they would have to just because if it's well, I guess unless it's that one really close part at Yankee Stadium, but that's like the only two options. I
Yeah,
think.
it's on me um, for not like keeping
It's
track
okay.
of which stadium it is. But yeah, either way, crazy that we got to witness that, and it was overturned on review. They called it foul, which was like the worst call you could have
'Cause
possibly
it, like,
have made.
it hit the pole, so that like, no, it's not.
I mean,
Like,
I knew it wasn't foul, but I guess those guys just don't have a great view at it.
you're
Fair
just like,
enough.
you're calling it, like, either dead or live. Like, there is no foul call when it so clearly hit, like, bounced off the pole.
Right.
It's like
Well, it was he caught it in
he
fair
tipped
territory,
it
and
and then
then
yeah,
you know,
tipped it.
yeah,
It reminded
that
me
was
of that Hunter Renfrow toe play in 2021. You
hmm,
remember that? Where, like, we had to, like, everyone busted out the rule book because there was, like, the ball, like, hit the wall and then hit his foot and then went into the bullpen. I think that was what happened.
hmm,
You remember that?
yeah,
And
and
it made me think of that because I was like, I
yes,
haven't really cared about it's those weird fielding rules.
because that one was a double, right? Is that what they
Yeah.
that's what they ruled that
It
one?
was a
Yeah,
ground rule. It's a ground rule double that's, like, out on the fielder or whatever.
yeah.
Or field I don't know. The rule is funny, but
I wonder if the other shortest home runs were also like bounced out of the fielder's gloves or something like
gotta
that.
be.
Yeah,
In
that
order to
would
be
this
shorter
motion would
than,
make
like,
sense.
actual field dimensions, it's gotta be.
Right. Was the Jarren Duran inside the park home run in this series, or was that last series? That was
So,
against the Pirates.
that was against the
Okay.
Pirates.
Yeah.
That was sick, though.
Was sick. Was sick. He got his redemption for the inside the park. So like he had another inside the park home run, but they ruled it a
It was, yeah,
triple
a triple with
and
an
an error,
error.
which is
I got nervous they were gonna rule this one a triple and an error because they did a horrible because they
O'Neal.
O'Neal Cruz looked like an idiot in center field,
He looks like the worst center fielder I've ever seen. Like
but he's
him
so
and
good. Like, he's,
is he
like,
good?
he's pretty good. Like, he's not, like,
Is he?
super flashy, but I feel like he doesn't, like, struggle out there, which is, like, always just impressive to me when a fielder doesn't struggle. But, like, when he was going after that ball in the triangle, I think he was just, like, trying to also say something. I don't like, he just looked so distracted, it was really funny.
I guess he's 2 outs above average,
Yeah,
76 percentile.
he's okay. He's good enough.
Yeah, I guess so. I just figured he would be awful. um, but I mean, he was awful at shortstop, so it can't be much worse. I feel like they're just kind of hiding him out there. I
Yeah.
was thinking that he would be like a perfect Yankee because all of their out if the outfield was like O'Neal Cruz, Aaron Judge,
He's, like,
Juan
too
Carlos
cool.
Stanton, but like just think of all those guys like
Ugh.
rotating through the outfield. It'd be like quite literally the tallest and worst defense.
Tallest and, like, least athletic, yeah.
Exactly. But that's the thing about Cruz is he's really fast.
He is
Like
athletic, he's just not, I don't know, he's not, like, rangy,
I guess
I guess.
not.
I
He
don't know,
doesn't look like he'd be
I'm just
rangy at
saying
least.
I'm just saying shit.
I don't watch Pirates games, so this is
I
all
do not.
from the the two games that we watched
That's right.
uh of them, which I am a little upset I didn't get to see Paul Skeens because A, you only get to see them every other year at your home ballpark, and then B, what are the odds that you're getting Paul Skeens at that particular time? But
Yeah.
it's okay. He'll be a Red Sox soon enough.
Oh gosh, I wonder where he's gonna end up. A lot of
What do you
money.
think? Package of Kyle Harrison, Mikey Romero,
I wonder if they'll ever
Franklin
be smart en
Arias.
I really wonder if they'll ever be smart enough to trade him. I don't know.
Probably
Let's
give it
see.
another year. They'll
We'll
probably do the
see.
crochet thing where like they won't trade him next year, but the year after they'll listen at the deadline, and the
Trade him
price will
as
be
a well,
like,
yeah, they'll trade him as a rental because that's like
yeah,
the dumbest possible way to do that.
yeah. They'll listen
Whatever.
at the deadline. He'll have like a year and a half of control left. No one will go for it, and then they'll ship him off in the off season or something. But the Red
And
Sox, I'd be totally okay with them emptying the farm system to some extent to bring him in, as as long as the rest of the pieces that we have are contributing the way they
it's
have
a
been.
tough one because he's gonna. I would do that if you can have him sign the $500 million extension as a trade
Right.
condition because he is going to go to free agency. I feel like no matter what, so I'd rather just like pay him the $500 or like seven, oh, however much money he's gonna fucking make. I don't even
Yeah.
know.
Speaking of the Pirates, we were just talking about them for a much longer segment than we should have for it being a
For
non-pirate
the
series.
Guardian series.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
just swept the Dodgers, so shout out to the Pirates,
Yeah.
man.
Dodgers have looked like doo-doo recently. It's crazy.
Yes.
I watched the Diamondbacks murder them, which was hilarious.
Yeah, I would say, oh boy, if the Diamondbacks are murdering the Dodgers, then this is going to be a fun series coming up. But if the Pirates just swept the Dodgers, then what does that really say about the Dodgers? It's not it's not great.
Yeah.
I think there isn't really a ton of teams that I'm like terrified to face right now other than the Brewers. Like both
Yeah,
leagues,
they're
both
just a machine.
divisions, Phillies
They're so
maybe.
fun. I'm not scared of the Phillies anymore.
I don't know, like
Unfortunately, Zach Wheeler.
yeah, but Christopher Sanchez is like
No, I mean their pitching is still nasty, but it's also like I don't know what is going on with why Nick Castellanos like is still playing regularly and just like
true.
horrible. Like it's just weird stuff going on. Like that team is so like physically old. I'm just very curious to see what their playoffs look like.
They're definitely nearing the
I
end of
don't I don't think they're going to the World Series.
their 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 window is 3 years ago, you
Yeah.
know? Like
Well, their
they just
pitching
keep
window
getting
didn't
progressively
line up.
worse.
Yeah, their two individual windows kind of like only had a little bit of overlap.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really afraid of any of them. The Tigers are really bad outside of Scooble. So like they're just not great. Not a great baseball team. Yankees, Mariners, not afraid of any of those guys. Who else is there? Padres. I guess the Padres are a little they move me a little. That Mason Miller immaculate inning was something else the other night.
Yeah, on all sliders, crazy.
He definitely got helped out on one of those calls, I will say. Was like I think that maybe the first strike that he threw was a slider up, and it was certainly up, but it'll go down as 9 pitch immaculate inning until next year when they can start challenging these balls and strikes.
Yeah.
That'll be kind of crazy. So one thing about Roman Anthony that I really appreciated was that he never really got upset about balls and strikes. He knew what the strike zone was. He knew if he was right or wrong, but he just probably buying his time. And you just know he's going to go crazy next year. Same with Casas if he ever comes back. What do you think about Nate Lowe so far?
I love it. I knew he just needed to get out of DC. All the shit about him being like a bad teammate. I'm like, you guys suck. Nate Lowe has to like drag the rookies out of the casino at 4 a.m. Like, no wonder he hates it there. Like, he comes over here and
Literally.
he sees what fucking Roman Anthony, how he carries himself. I'm sure that like just feels so differently. I don't know. I
Yeah, he's
love
been
him.
an instant
It's
contributor.
great. He
He's
like
such a
didn't even
large
have
man.
to. He like really didn't even also like his bar was like at it was just like be better than Abe Toro. And it's like
Correct.
that's a pretty low bar to clear. So like even if his production, falls off, but like he does just look like the player he was in Texas right now.
But larger.
A
Yes.
little bit larger. Well, he just had a baby.
Right. I
Baby's
mean,
pregnant.
yeah, he was about to give birth.
He
Okay.
came, everyone was calling him so fat when he came over here. I'm like, he's literally having a baby in like 2 weeks. He went on
He's
paternity
ready to
leave.
pop, okay?
Like he had a baby. And now he's back and he looks great.
True.
Have
True. I
you
haven't seen the
noticed?
baby yet though.
Slimmer in the face,
Hmm. Yep. Yep. That is very true. Congrats to Nate Lowe, man. Congrats on having sex 9 months ago. That's awesome. Good for you. Um, yeah. What do we got? What else we got? Anything else from the series stand out to you?
Um yeah, game 3 was just like it was just like the worst game ever. That stood out and it sucked. I turned it off so quickly. I like saw Jordan Hicks coming in and I was like, okay, this is going small screen, tennis is going on the television, and then I enjoyed the rest of my evening. I was like, I can't. I was like, whatever happens, because like we can bring this full circle now. Begin like in the beginning of the episode when you were saying like it reminded you of when Bregman went down. It's like they bounced back from that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yep.
like, they're gonna have their sad boy game, and then hopefully, did they go on the road also after Bregman got hurt? Because he got hurt at home,
Yeah,
correct?
he got hurt during the home series. Let's see.
And then I think they went on the road afterwards.
So it was a severe right quad strain, wow, right quad strain on May 23rd. So looking at the schedule here, let's see. We are very efficient researchers here. May 23rd. Yeah, they immediately went because that was when Marcelo Meyer got called up in the middle of a doubleheader.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, so they went on the road.
they went, yeah, to Milwaukee and
Okay,
then
so
Atlanta.
we're having like parallels here. It's like flight to clear everyone's, mind. I think everyone probably went and played golf today. A lot of good golf in Arizona. Like
Massa went to see some sights.
he did go sightseeing. You never know.
Hmm.
And he hits well in a dome.
He does.
He always
He
hits well in
does.
a
That's
dome.
true.
So
And it's
that'll
West
work out
Coast
for that.
time zone, so like he's
I think
closer
he's
to
probably
Japan.
used to East Coast time by now. um,
Love
yeah, I
that.
don't
Like
know. I'm
whenever
just like
someone talks about the West Coast with like a player from Japan, they're like, and he's on the West Coast, so it's closer to home. It's like
it's still very far away.
it's not. It's not closer
Still like
really
8
at all.
hours.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think they're all gonna bounce back as like, like morale wise. I don't see
sure.
like the sadness lingering on them. I think that it makes a ton of sense for it to linger in the first game. Um, but I think they're all just gonna be like hyped up over like I know that like Roman is probably, with what Cora said to him about the ALCS, like I'm sure he's going to talk about that every day. And like everyone's going to talk about it every day. And it's going to be a motivator for everybody.
Yeah.
I have no choice but to like drink all of the cope on it because like I'll just be miserable without it.
You heard it here, folks. They are going to sweep the Arizona Diamondbacks on
Oh,
the verge of Peyton Tolley, Lucas Giolito, Brian Bayo, shoving it down their throats in a dome. Masataka Yoshida, 3 home runs in the series.
Yes.
Um, then they're going to go to the little Dinky Doo ballpark out in Sacramento, and they're going to hit doinker after doinker, and they're going to just smash home runs,
Onto
and
like
they're going
little
to go
onto
wild.
like the grass in the outfield. All that
Yep.
like you're in just like you're back in AAA.
The
Let's
little
go.
A's are going to be having to face Scooble. I mean, Crochet. They're facing Crochet. They're facing Tolley. They're facing bullpen game. Like they're not even going to know what's coming. All right.
Yeah, Dustin made
They
for 4 innings. You got Bernardino for 2.2.
Chris Murphy for 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
watch out.
Yeah, we definitely like we got this. We got this. And then we come home, face the Yankees. They suck. Blow their socks off. Then we get the A's coming back, but to us, where we play great. So then, boom, another 3 wins right there. I don't know how many wins are we at right now. Let's
I don't know.
count
Like
those up.
just win out the rest of the season sounds
Yeah,
good to
why
me.
not?
Why not
Why
us?
not? Yeah, they'll be all rocking mustaches by the end of this.
Yes, I hope so.
I'd be down for it. I do think it's tragic that between the time of Roman Anthony getting his extension, me buying his jersey the same exact day off of the Fanatics website, and it actually shipping out, Roman has now been injured and not playing the rest of the year.
Oh no.
So my jersey's still not here yet. It's supposed to ship out this
Jersey.
week.
Playoff jersey. There you go. You can wear it. You can wear
Yeah,
it game 1 of the ALCS
yeah, that's true.
at home.
Next week I am going to a game. But the series, I thought it was a series finale. They shifted the series for the travel days.
Oh,
So the series is Tuesday through Thursday with an off day on Monday. So we'll
weird.
probably be back again recording Thursday night next week.
Wonky.
And next Wednesday is Section 10 night at Fenway.
Oh wow.
Wait, no, that's not. Wait, is that next week? Week after. Yeah, it's a week after. Sorry. That's because
You
they're
heard
still
it
on the
here
road this stuff.
first.
You heard it here first, folks. They are playing at Fenway Park, but also in Sacramento. It's a split squad game. Um, yeah, spring training style, split squad. I'm too tired, man. I've been up since 5, and I got to wake up at 5 again tomorrow. So
Oh yeah.
probably gotta love it. Any final thoughts? Closing thoughts?
No, I think the plan for the rest of the season that we just roughly outlined here sounds great. We can
Yep,
just like forward this to them so that they know the best strategy is probably just to win out.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll clip this. We'll send it to them. We'll make sure that they know.
Okay.
Also, if Jordan Hicks is looking for employment, we do have an opening. Um, we are firing Kevin in replacement of Jordan Hicks,
Oh,
if we
okay.
need to. So,
Kevin will understand.
if not, Kevin's still here. But like, if Jordan Hicks is willing to come on, we'll see you later, Kevin. Um, and Jordan Hicks, if he needs employment, and if it has to be one of us stepping down, I will like so that he never pitches again for the Red Sox. I will gladly step down and let Jordan Hicks take my spot. And honestly, he's way more handsome than I am. So this show would probably get a ratings boost from that,
Mm,
you know?
that's super generous of you
Um,
to offer that.
I appreciate that. It's not about me. It's about, it's about the game and the team. I do it for the team.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that was going to be my final thoughts. I don't really have anything else crazy pressing. Um, yeah.
Go Sox.
Go Sox. Go Sox. And if you're in New England, go Patriots. And if you're not in New England, you can all just screw right off. I'm just kidding. um, We'll catch you guys next week with the weekend show coming up, wrapping out our 3-game sweep of the Diamondbacks. On behalf of Beyond the Monster, this has been the Pesky Report, and we will talk to you guys next time. Peace out.